plan to, Axeltosh. The two best teams in North America, as far as we can tell. Nothing's for certain today, but CLOUD9 and G2 taking the pitch. And I agree, like Axeltosh or Gibbs predicted CLOUD9, which means G2 is going to win unless, the thing was in the article I wrote this week, I predicted CLOUD9 to win in 3 games. Or in 4 games.
I was going to say
4 games.
3-1.
3-1. Because if it goes to game 5, then G2 wins.
That is true.
So they have to do it in 4. If it goes to game 5, G2's got it in the bag. But I think in 4 games, CLOUD9 could take it. But after what I saw from CLOUD9 earlier today, I don't have any clue what's going to happen right now.
And that is kind of the curse of us right now, today especially, which is why predictions pretty much have been thrown out the window. And that's okay. That's more exciting. I don't care if I'm wrong. I just want to watch fun games. And I want everyone to throw it for a loop. We haven't seen G2 today. Lawler brings up a good point. They're the one team we haven't seen throw everything out the window. And they could be the 8th team today to throw everything out the window.
Can they be normal?
Who knows?
Let's find out. G2 has had some pretty ups and downs. And the funny thing is that like normal for G2 is to be very on and off, to be very inconsistent. They'll have moments of absolute brilliance followed up by straight up own goals. So we'll see who showed up today. G2 eSports in the orange, CLOUD9 in the blue. And a battle of the Titans here in North America. It's not the undefeated versus undefeated matchup I was hoping for, but it's going to be great nonetheless. G-Naps, G2 going to get a great shot.
How am I supposed, that was, I can't follow that up. I tried to follow you there.
Well, it's hard to say sometimes.
So we're going to open up the game and the series with a ceiling pinch. All right.
Brilliant. I'm telling you, so there's the brilliance. There's the clairvoyant play we know G2 is capable of now. Can they keep it up? And does CLOUD9 have a response here off a kickoff? Gimmick with a nice shot. Kronovi gets it away, and JNaps and Rizzo both up for this one, but they'll actually both make contact separately, but they leave the back wide open. JNaps makes the save. A good shot there from Gimmick. CLOUD9 putting the pressure on.
You saw Gibb talking about Squishy. Will he show up this series?
Squishy tweeted earlier today he thinks that this series earlier was the worst he's ever played. The series they lost against FlyQuest. He's hoping to bounce back here, and a nice clear there, and a good save from Squishy. As Kronovi came in to try and get that goal. Drop down, Torment, put it into the G2 corner. Rizzo with a win, drops it onto JNaps' hood, sends the shot on target, goes in. 2-0 now, both from JNaps.
The placement of both of these shots and the power from JNaps is out of this world. Gimmick did not expect to lose that so heavily, and on top of it, JNaps right next to Rizzo at midfield, while coming from defense. Close-knit.
I got to question Squishy's positioning there. I'm not sure why he was moving up to challenge JNaps, who clearly had ball control and could easily flick him, instead of falling back trying to maybe get the retreating save. But CLOUD9, they've had a few decent scoring opportunities. We'll see if they can convert one of them. Squishy puts his back in the middle. Here comes Torment, challenged by Kronovi, gets the block. Rizzo out to Crow. Back across the field. Squishy's there first. He's got JNaps pressuring him. He puts it in the midfield. Here's Gimmick with control, and Rizzo able to get that ball away before being demolished. Kronovi now out, and a good touch. Puts it over into the blue. Torment now back to Kronovi, actually, who's able to continue to keep this across the box. JNaps was in front, but the ball was moving too quickly. There will be no third goal here for G2 just yet. A shot from Rizzo. Double commit there from CLOUD9. The pressure continues for G2.
CLOUD9 feeling like they have to stay in net for now. Again, another pass that goes out to nobody, aside from their opponents, but that was a bad touch from G2, and now CLOUD9 trying to take advantage.
Rizzo passing out to JNaps. Gimmick losing the challenge. JNaps continues on. Ball control now off the ceiling. He's got his flip reset to work with. Gets the ball back out to Kronovi after being challenged by CLOUD9's backline defense. Squishy over the top of one. Gimmick's there. They'll be able to tap that one in. CLOUD9's on the board.
I was on Squishy's perspective here. He had 36 boosts when he hit the ground. I'm like, that's been in the air for a while. Why are you bothering to go for that? And here I stand corrected. Rizzo delayed on that. He wasn't in the greatest position when it hit off the ceiling, so he was hesitant as well.
The thing that surprised me about Squishy in the earlier series was that he is the mechanical god. He is absolutely sets the stage and defines the meta mechanically in Rocket League, and he was making surprising mistakes just personally, not able to put goals in from angles we know he's capable of. So it's good to see him making use of that skill set that he has procured and developed over time. And now the pressure from CLOUD9. Torment puts it onto the backboard. JNaps will get it away out to midfield. Can't get it past Squishy though. The challenge is good and back into the G2 corner. Rizzo now over the top of one. Kronovi up. Squishy out to Torment. Pass two. Gimmick now through the air. It'll come back down. Rizzo Hold on to this, gets it past Squishy, he's still got control, gets underneath Torment, Gimmick's there, but it's a soft touch. JKnaps does not pressure him. Kronovi, get it back to Rizzo now. CLOUD9 gets the clear, gets it away, now looking to score again. Whoa, Squishy dropped it down, nearly found the goal. Torment's got to follow this one himself, just tries to play keep away from Rizzo. As Rizzo is able to gain control, sends it across the box. Torment gets it past JKnaps, but here comes Kronovi, back up to Rizzo. Can he connect with JKnaps on the far side? Bumped
Rizzo!
Didn't need it, Rizzo just puts it on target. The dual threat works, and it's a 2-goal lead.
Giving them the heavy need I know they're looking for. Rizzo just turning, just bopping that up to the corner of the net. CLOUD9 trying to increase the speed, and you can see them starting to outpace G2 in this game. 2-goal game, though. Still 2 minutes.
Beautiful play from G2. Squishy over the top of one, looking for the second touch. Blocked by Rizzo. Gimmick and Torment in the back. Get the clear. Kronovi allows the ball to come in. Brings in the front line. Gets it past Gimmick as well. It's just Squishy in the back. Gets a nice booming contact. Rizzo now. Over the top, can JKnaps drop it down? Tried to, Squishy misses, Kronovi's up. Shot placement is key. He'll find it. 3-goal lead for G2.
But we can talk about Squishy not predicting things, but this second touch from JKnaps caught everybody, nearly a third one as well. So Squishy did not have a whole lot of time to react. That ball was flying down towards the ground. He jumped just a little bit too early, so we couldn't readjust. Difficult for him to pull off.
Kronovi just plays the ball away from Torment, who falls off the back wall and prays he blocks the shot. Doesn't find it, and now the 3-goal lead. G2 taking a commanding hold of game number 1, looking to make it 5. Torment gets a block, but now Rizzo in onto the back wall once more. Kronovi harassing Gimmick and net, and Rizzo and JKnaps trying to put this one in together. Squishy and Gimmick get the clear, but Rizzo, he'd fallen back. Kind of panicky touches here from CLOUD9, just giving control back to G2 over and over again. As Kronovi sends this one across. Rizzo and JKnaps both there. Gimmick able to get it away. 47 seconds left. Is looking like G2's got complete control of the game, and they'll take the lead here against CLOUD9.
I like that CLOUD9 was trying to match, outpace their opponents. Let's hang out here in the corner.
It's a big ol' staring contest. JKnaps holding Squishy in the corner like a cutting horse. As Kronovi gets the pass across, Rizzo up, tries to find it, Torment blocks him. Kronovi now, back. Here comes Rizzo. Squishy blocked on the wall. JKnaps over to the side. Kronovi airborne. And Torment will be able to keep it into the corner. But with 13 seconds left, down by 3. The game is all over. Gimmick will try to put in one more consolatory goal. JKnaps sends it to the side. Squishy just trying to get some morale back on their side, but it's not going to happen. The clear comes through from G2, and they'll take game 1.
10 shots for G2.
10.
All right, so they had 10 shots. That's quite a lot. Kind of tore away there towards the end. Again, you see that. I really wish teams would just go all out the entire time. Because again, I'm unaware of when the give up happened. So I don't know when you're getting up late or when you seem morally defeated. I have no clue. And we see 7 shots coming out of CLOUD9. They started to pick the pace up after, I'd say about the minute mark, maybe minute and a half. They really started to speed up. They were trying to just challenge G2 as many things as possible. They were closing the gap. But G2, man, they had the passing plays. They had some beautiful shots on target as well.
G2 there taking game 1 pretty cleanly. Everybody getting involved. 3 assists on the 4 goals. JKnaps getting the first 2 in there pretty cleanly by himself, just getting G2 out to a nice, rare and hot start. So can they continue it here into game 2? Does CLOUD9, we saw them earlier today. Thoughts about how they looked then versus how they look right now?
Well, a lot of the things that we were watching, especially from the back, is that CLOUD9 were using way too much boost for what seemed like not a lot of use. They would just carry the ball all the way across the pitch with everything they could, everything in their entire container, just dump it on the ground, and they didn't really get much out of it. They pushed it to the corner, or they hit it into a wall, which they could have either done by just slamming it, or getting a pass with a different positioning, or even just dribbling it using way less boost, and then maybe getting a flick over somebody. They are not doing that nearly as much, and I like that. They're actually trying to work with their boost a little bit more efficiently. They're trying to use it more like a resource as opposed to more of a tool.
Here, G2 was able to hold on the defense as well. The caliber of the opponent they're up against has dramatically increased if standings and previous results have anything to say about it. Gimmick now off the kickoff, keeping this ball competitive. A touch from Rizzo goes back out to JKnaps, and they'll cross midfield. Torment wins a challenge, but Rizzo pops this one up. Squishy in to challenge him. I like the aggressive play from CLOUD9 on the start of game 2. Kronovi now passing up to Rizzo, finds an angle. It's not towards the goal just yet. Looking for the pass out. JKnaps moves up to pressure. Squishy Have to connect with Torment. Able to get it out. They get it past Kronovi, who's airborne there. That leaves the net wide open. A miss from Kronovi leaves his teammates kind of stranded, and Gimmick scores.
And I almost called Squishy out on this. That first touch, he had no more boost by the time he got to the end of that, but it does not matter. His teammates came in support. We talked about how strong Gimmick was even earlier in the day, that Gimmick just needed some help from his teammates, and there you see it.
Torment getting it past Kronovi in the air. Gimmick cleans it up. Kronovi now holding on to this, keeping it up high on the wall. Squishy cleanly challenges, looks for the demolition onto Rizzo, doesn't find it. Now JKnapp's getting bumped out of goal by Gimmick, leaving a bit of an opening for Torment, who sends it into Squishy. Shot is wide. JKnapp's will send it back into the corner. Now Gimmick continuing the pressure here. G2 with very few scoring opportunities so far in the first minute. It's been all CLOUD9. Rizzo over to the side, a demolition. Another one there, counter to momentary 2v2 here. This Gimmick spawns on the back line, loses the challenge to Rizzo, who's got to pass two, who's got to deal with Squishy. Torment's rotating around. Will actually challenge on the back wall. Rotate around Squishy. Here comes JKnapp's now. Pinch off the wall. Gets it out to his teammate Crow. Gets it past one. Looks to connect. JKnapp's is lurking in front. G2 doing a great job just keeping this ball trapped in the back third of CLOUD9. Past another, JKnapp's turns in quickly, but Torment will win this one. Gets it out, and Rizzo has to intercept it before Squishy sends another shot on target. Good interference play. Interceptions here, giving G2 opportunities, but Squishy, on just complete lack of contest, is just going to send it all the way down the field and get another goal.
Squishy had almost less than 12 boosts for the last 30 seconds, and then all of a sudden he gets control of it, and he finds G2 caught out. Too many players dedicated to offense. They felt they had control. But Squishy says no to that.
A long shot from his own half, giving CLOUD9 a lead. There's Rizzo onto the wall. Gimmick trying to challenge. Pass two. He's Squishy onto the wall. JKnapp's gets it back down to Rizzo. The pass goes back to JKnapp's. Interesting choice as Gimmick will off this one. After that contact, Torment now into the corner, past one. Gimmick now into the wall. Here comes Rizzo. Dribbling this by himself. Can he get it through Squishy? No. Up into the corner. Challenges from Gimmick looking for goalies. Torment now to the corner, back across, and over to an empty side of the field, over into the blue. Kronovi up to challenge Gimmick, wins this one. He's got Rizzo moving up. Squishy wins the challenge on the wall. Rizzo past one. Torment looking to connect with Squishy. JKnapp's up for the interception, drops it back down. Torment send the shot. Here's Kronovi versus Squishy. Over to the side. Approaching halftime. It's the 2-goal lead still for CLOUD9. They are more and more holding on to ball control.
And it feels like a little bit more respect from both teams, a little more breathing room given. They don't want to push too hard, don't want to dedicate. G2 especially, after getting burned just in the previous goal scored.
Squishy demolishing his own half, opening up some space. And oh my goodness, what? There's two people right there. And he's like, excuse me, can you go this way? I need to score.
Pardon me. Hello, excuse me, pardon me. Hold on, coming through.
Wait, hold on,
give me 1 sec. 1 sec.
All right, okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, yep. Thanks.
And that's G2 on the board. Cutting edge analysis from your casters here in the Rocket League Championship Series.
I'm a bus.
He gets it through. Beautiful play. CLOUD9, who's been controlling the midfield. They can't stop things directly in front of their net with 2 and a 2v1. It's going to be a rough series. Rizzo back into the corner. Squishy. Play it back to nobody. Kronovi looking to connect with JKnapp's. What a shot. Can he finish it off? No, it's off the crossbar twice. Squishy, he's getting it away from the goal a bit here and carries it back out to midfield. A brilliant first shot. That follow-up from Kronovi, though, needed to find the target. CLOUD9 still got the lead.
The pass into the shot. Thought Kronovi was going to be able to reach there in time. Just a little out of reach.
Great pop from Torment. Gimmick puts it onto the backboard. It's going to drop down nice and soft, but a good touch from JKnapp's to carry it over the top of Squishy. Now the counterattack. Rizzo looking for Kronovi. They're not going to connect. They've still got some pressure. Squishy, uncontested, gets that ball away, and now carrying it all the way back into the orange. Past another one into the goal. Squishy's doing all the work for CLOUD9.
G2 put the pedal down, trying their best to get the passes they need, but Squishy using the flip to help with the acceleration of his car to get there in time. That's going to be 2 goals for him, 1 for Gimmick. They needed him to wake up, and he sure has.
He's been playing well. Some space being given by G2. That final touch put it over to the side, and Squishy had nobody challenging him. A master in the air. He's able to find the net. Rizzo dropping this down to Kronovi, looking for a long booming attack. That's Squishy now in net. Rizzo up, puts it on the backboard. JNaps is there, gets it back out to Kronovi. He should be able to score here, but he puts it off the post. Rizzo puts it back in. Gimmick will send it to the corner. A 2-goal lead in the final minute, and G2 can't find the goal. Kronovi now up again, looking for their second goal. They need to cut this deficit down to 1. They want to give themselves any breathing room. Gimmick past 1, Torment's up, looking for the bump on. Rizzo gets bumped himself, but they're buying so much time. Squishy demolished in the midfield, could open up some space. Kronovi back down. It'll be Torment who plays it away right now. CLOUD9 easily and content with the control they have on the field.
I was going to say, still 24 seconds left.
20 seconds left, but up by 2. G2's got to find a goal right now if they want to be able to dream of an equalizer. Gimmick and Kronovi in the midfield, just lofted there. And if Torment's able to put this into the corner, that'll do it all the way down. JNaps might be able to find a pass here to Rizzo, find that final shot, and with that touch from Squishy, that will seal the deal. CLOUD9 bounce back well in game 2 and tie the series at a game apiece.
And they're comfortable playing defense. That's the biggest thing I noticed, at least in that match, or that game. CLOUD9 playing defense and then going for the punishment. You can see the shot spread there. That is pretty significantly in favor of G2. CLOUD9 doesn't care. CLOUD9 is going to play defense, get the counterattack. The moment they realize that G2's overcommitted, they're quick enough to get the follow-throughs. Squishy with the mechanical skills to do a lot of solo plays. The air carries and the speed of them. Air carries aren't that great, but if you can do them real quick, it's just keep away. You're just like, you're not going to get this. Just going to keep it above your head until I make it into the net.
Yeah, honestly, two of the goals Squishy scored. That's the sentence I'm trying to say. On one touch, he was able to score him just with one, like, okay, we are now moving up on offense, and it's in the goal. Like, There was no, he didn't have to pass, didn't have to work together, just able to make one singular touch. And if all your shots are goals, you don't only need, what, two shots to beat G2 in this game?
Yeah.
So, you know.
I mean, we talked about the time. Again, we haven't brought this topic up in a while, but the timer. Once you notice that somebody's out of position, there's a demolition, or somebody's made a mistake, you've got like a 3-second clock to try and capitalize, because they are going to recover so quickly. And then obviously that varies depending on where they are and how bad the mistake was. But all of a sudden, you have a time limit. I need to take advantage of this right now. And that's something that mechanical players can do exceptionally well, because they can place the ball wherever they want. And Squishy in particular, the moment he knows he needs to go towards net, you know it's going there.
As the age-old saying goes, if you never miss an open net, you'll be grand champ.
Is that an age-old saying?
It is
net.
So.
Yes, it is. As they used to say.
As is tradition. Here comes Kronovi off the kickoff from game 3. Drop in game 2. They'll look to bounce back here. Gimmick through the air by himself, looking to dunk. JNaps. It drops down. Torment finds the shot. The goals here for CLOUD9. What was this start?
I am surprised at a lot of things. JNaps didn't get this touch, and then Torment managed to make it there before Rizzo either touched him or the ball. Just kept it out of the reach. The smoke screen, at least on my screen, I was watching Torment. He turned into a puff of dust.
A boom.
Some would call it a boom.
It says boom.
It does.
Rizzo. Pass Squishy on the midline, looking to tie it up immediately. Rizzo, 2 touches off a kickoff, and he's tied the game.
And this, again, you'll see the mechanical skill, especially with these 6 players. They have no problem with these tight angles. You can see the way he rotated, getting up underneath it, keeping the pace, outpacing a defender as well. We're back on an even slate, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, let's start game 3 now. There's 4:42. We're playing a slightly shorter game here. So JNaps over the side. Here comes Rizzo. Pressured him. Got the pass to Kronovi. What a touch. Squishy will win this one out. Getting it down to Gimmick. JNaps with a great challenge. Kronovi on the flank right behind him. He'll move up, sends the shot towards the goal. It's just wide. Torment blocking most of the shots. Squishy out to nobody. Gimmick's up to challenge. Gets it past Kronovi, who should have been able to hold on to that one, and Squishy taps it in. Another lead here for CLOUD9 in game 3.
G2 need to be careful. That's the second time so far just this game I've seen them leave one person back on defense in a 2v1. The first one, Gimmick lost control of pop too high, but not in this situation. It left Kronovi needing to challenge that immediately, or they were just going to toy with him.
4:12 left on the clock. 3 goals scored in the first minute here. Kronovi looking to try and make it 4. Challenge with Squishy dropping straight towards JNaps. Gimmick will win this challenge. Send it all the way to the corner. Now Rizzo off the ceiling. Landed a little bit poorly. Couldn't follow it himself. JNaps will try to get to the side, but he's giving the ball to Gimmick now through the air. Looking to set up his teammates. Kronovi with a good challenge. Dropping this one back down, but Torment wins it. Rizzo off the back wall will look to connect with JNaps. No contact is there. Gimmick up. Loses the challenge. JNaps, can he find the touch? It's onto the backboard. Kronovi in to try and drop it back as Rizzo looks for Torment and Net. Didn't find him. And they'll get all the way back down the field. Cloud9, can they beat the retreating defense of G2? They've got it away, and Squishy will tap it in. A rough start there for G2 here in this game.
And the hesitation on this touch from Rizzo, I cannot blame him. He couldn't get underneath it, and that is what I mean, the punishment from Cloud9. 4 shots. They've had 4 shots, and 3 of them were goals. The moment they realized that G2's out of position, we saw another whiff from JNaps, a little uncharacteristic of him.
Well, G2 committed on that offensive push. They couldn't get the shot on target. And the immediate response from Torment just to fly it straight down the field and expect his teammates to position accordingly. Up to a 2-goal lead now. It was enough to win game 2. JNaps looks for the dunk on Squishy in his own corner. Can't find it. Squishy now. Now pass 1. Challenge from Rizzo will actually get the ball to Gimmick and back to Squishy. The pass plays. JNaps makes the save in the box. He's got to get it clear. Back out across. Gimmick falling back on his own half. He'll leave it for Torment first. Here's Rizzo. Shot towards the net. Squishy. Back to the corner. Up trying to challenge his own shot. Kronovi with the pass across. JNaps tries to find it but can't. Gimmick gets it all the way down. Rizzo will fall back in time. Lurking in midfield. He'll make the stop. He was the last man back. Touch from Kronovi, loft. Squishy will send the shot, and JNaps can't get there. What a read from Squishy, recognizing that Kronovi had set him up.
It seemed that G2 had recognized they needed to start outpacing Cloud9 at midfield, and that's why Kronovi was there so quickly. He may have been a little bit faster than comfortable, which is why that touch came right back out in the midfield, and it just left his defender kind of defenseless.
This was the thing that in the prediction I made earlier in the week. I gave it to Cloud9 because I think that they can control the midfield better than G2 can right now. Then the single one-on-one challenges, they will create more scoring opportunities, and they will be able to make use of them. And so far, at least in games 2 and 3, that's been very true. Midfield being more and more important here in Rocket League as the seasons have gone by. Gimmick with a pass up to Squishy. There's nobody behind him if he can just find this shot, but it's not going to be there. Here comes Squishy, looking for Gimmick up in a tight cherry pick, and to look for the angle, nearly gets it. Kronovi gets it away from his goal. Now the drop back down. Squishy passing across to Gimmick. The pass plays blocked by Kronovi again. JNaps holding on to this one. He's got Rizzo across the field. Looks for the pass across to him. Can he put it on target? No. Torment blocks it at the point of contact. Gimmick. The challenge going back lateral to the side. JNaps puts it back in. Kronovi looking for an opportunity. Not going to fight anything as Cloud9 keeps this ball lofted nice and high, playing the passes across the ceiling. Here comes Torment behind. The defense just all amuck from G2, and a 4-goal lead for Cloud9.
They still, almost this entire game, have not had midfield control. And the tell is how often G2 has to throw it away to the Cloud9 half. That means they're not comfortable pushing up because they don't have control of the midfield boost. They've lost control in their brain of when that timer resets, right? When you get boost, you have an idea of when that transition happened, and you pretty much, by intuition, just know when it's going to respawn. But they lose control of that. They don't have the midfield. JNaps almost with the solo play, though.
Nearly able to get that one. But Squishy gets the save. Here comes Rizzo off of a respawn, looking for a double tap. Gimmick sends it across the field and away. JNaps back in his own corner. Pick up boost, look to carry it by himself. Gets it past 2. Torment demolished, leaving an open backfield. Rizzo, though, not going to be able to get there in time, or is he? No. Squishy slams the door on him as Kronovi's pass was a little bit too lofty. Those long clears you were talking about, not taking the time to realize the opportunity they had. Rizzo looking for the tap, but Squishy stops Kronovi. What a blazing fast offensive push, and Squishy blocks it, blocking it again, taking it away from Kronovi. And what a play. The defense of Cloud9 holding on. Another demolition. JNaps with an open net. Kronovi just needs to block Gimmick, but he can't get there. JNaps putting it back down into the box, and Rizzo not able to find the shot. Cloud9 holding on to this one with 48 seconds left, up by 4. Right now, Cloud9's looking to take the lead in the series.
And you can see what happens when G2 picks up the pace, gives themselves targets to pass to, interrupts Cloud9. Look at that, just barely outpacing them in midfield. All of a sudden, you see these opportunities arise for G2.
G2 needs to be able to do this earlier in the game. Right now, starting to play well, starting to match Cloud9. But the 4-goal just ditch they've dug for themselves here. It's going to be very difficult to climb out of. And with 18 seconds left, I'd say it's nigh impossible here. 2 games now Cloud9's taken. Can they get another one in? They sure can. 13 seconds left. We could have 2 Brazils in the same day.
There's a chance.
It's possible.
There is a chance.
I'm telling you there's a chance.
Is there a chance?
I'm telling you. This bit's not even funny. 13 seconds left. Cloud9, they need one more. I'd love to see the Brazil happen. Good kickoff. Torment up. Kronovi's there. And wins that kick, wins that challenge there in the midfield. That should do it here for game number 3. Cloud9, they dropped game 1, but come alive and have stomped G2 2 games in a row. Now on match point, 1 away from getting the victory.
Cloud9, 11 shots. G2, 13. 6 goals to 1. That's what I'm talking about. The counterattacks, man. Catching them when they're not there.
And G2 continues. There's multiple games in a row we've seen G2 outshoot Cloud9 and lose the game. If Cloud9 gets this next victory, by the way, we will have no undefeated teams in North America. It'll be just Dignitas, the solo team in all of the RLCS who has yet to lose.
And of the 6 goals for Cloud9, 6 of them were assisted. Every single one of them had team play written all over it. And it's the counterattack clears. You clear it out to someone in midfield who then follows through. If there's one defender, he's not going to be in a fun spot.
And Torma getting himself a hat trick here, usually the player who's maybe the most quiet on the goal-scoring department. Gimmick scoring none, but assisting on 4 of them, so Cloud9 continuing to change things up as to who can do what, and that really is the definition of a world-class team. When everybody is capable of doing anything at any point on the pitch, when it's like, oh, we just got to get it past Squishy, yeah, but then we also got to get it past Gimmick, and then there's Torment waiting. It's like, there's no point at which it's like, it's just this guy. You know, everybody on this pitch is so good.
And you saw what happened when G2 started to match the midfield pace. They started to try and gain control. Towards the end of that, they really slowed down Cloud9 outside of that final goal. They really slowed down everything that was coming their way, and all of a sudden everything started to get quiet. G2 started to get all the threatening shots on net. They really started to give themselves more opportunities. They can open up this game that way. They'll be looking pretty.
They'll be looking good, but you know, there's always a chance Cloud9 relaxing a bit with a 4-goal lead, a lead that's never been beaten in the RLCS. Relaxing a bit, they'll be chomping right back at the bit here in game 2. And oh my goodness, Rizzo missing that one. Kronovi comes crashing in. Cloud9 was expecting Rizzo to make that contact. This ball now all the way back into the G2 half. Rizzo across the field to basically nobody. Kronovi was trying to follow it. JNaps was moving back towards his own goal. And Rizzo's basically the only player from G2 who's made contact this game so far. And oh, JNaps finally gets that one away. Squishy almost had the opportunity. He'll look to pass it back in. Gimmick falling away. Stormic keeps the pressure on. Kronovi not making contact on the back wall, and Cloud9 looking more and more in control. The first 40 seconds, it's been very little productivity here from G2.
And they had so much time there. G2, no one challenging, but no one went up to be a passing target. They just let Rizzo take the flick over one player, and you're darn right, someone from Cloud9 is going to be right behind that to just clear it out again.
Squishy unable to win the 1v2. Goes back into his corner. Gimmick picks it up. Can't get it past Kronovi. Rizzo's causing chaos in the midfield. Gets a bump onto Squishy, trying to open up opportunities. Kronovi up and gets a pass across. Where's JNaps looking for the shot? He can't get it as Squishy comes in from the side. Sends it out to Gimmick. It's the sort of things that make these teams also so deadly. The multi-purpose contact. You see the clear from Squishy there, turning straight into a pass to Gimmick. Stuff like that makes Cloud9 so good. Torment lofting this one high with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. It's still a scoreless game.
G2 taking a couple more shots on net than I think I'd like to see out of them to easy defended clears. And that's why you see such high shooting games from them, but not a lot of goals to actually answer for it.
Torment connecting with Squishy, getting it back into the G2 half. Rizzo now Kronovi looking to tag team this one, and it's just a bit wide of the goal. The accuracy's still not there. Squishy back across. Out to Gimmick versus JNaps. Couldn't win it. Gets it over the top here. And the knapsack couldn't find the save.
G2 feeling like that shot was going to go in. They started to follow up, cheat up to try and push it, but it didn't work. And another counterattack from Cloud9 will prove useful. 3 minutes remaining, 1 goal up.
They've got everything they need to get the win over G2. Here comes Torment. Onto the wall, JNaps over to the side. Kronovi. Onto the wall, Rizzo now moving up as well. Gets it past Squishy and onto the backboard. Torment's there and sends it over to Squishy on the side as well. Carrying this past JNaps. Great 1v1 win. Another one on the Kronovi. It's just Rizzo here. He's able to get it past Torment. Gimmick. Fall back. Kronovi now uncontested up into the corner. Squishy's there. We'll connect with Gimmick here, but Rizzo with a nice challenge keeps this ball in the blue. Torment pass one, following along, gets it past Kronovi and JNaps, put it back. Right now both teams just taking time, solo carrying it into each other's halves and being met by the waiting defense. Nobody really holding on to anything.
And that'll work for Cloud9 since, well, they're already in the lead.
Just burn as much time off the clock. A 1-goal lead, definitely something I wouldn't feel comfortable with against G2.
Nice pass.
Motion on to JKnaps. Torment will get it past one. Rizzo trying to follow this one. Didn't see Gimmick coming in, and he's onto the backboard. Torment looking for this one. Can he get it? JKnaps didn't make contact. You've got to block these ones, and Torment scores.
One of the most difficult reads as a defender. A pinch into a corner drop right above the net. I'm surprised Torment even got there in time with the placement as well, directly under crossbar. Cloud9 now put themselves 2 goals up.
Now they're up by 2, can definitely start to feel comfortable in this sort of thing. No matter how difficult it is, you cannot afford these goals. Cloud9, they can just run the clock all the way down and take the victory. JKnaps back, Rizzo over to Kronovi. Gimmick up. Now JKnaps looking for Crow. Torment blocks him, here comes Squishy. He's got Gimmick in the midfield. Double commit, huge double commit there from G2. Up into the air when no one was even pressuring them. The sorts of decisions indicative of a team that's not quite sure what to do with their opponents. Gimmick dropping this one down. He's got 2 players in front of him. Rizzo and JKnaps get it through, and Squishy will get the clear all the way down. If the shot had been on target, possibly his clear wouldn't have been so effective. That's a big part of the game as well. Kronovi past one, Squishy going out to Gimmick. Let's see if he gives the pass back or holds onto it by himself. The pressure on to JKnaps. They bump him on the wall. Gimmick gets it across, but Kronovi able to clear it away. Now looking for the counterattack towards the goal. Squishy and Torment. Small double commit on the retreat. Rizzo's able to demolish Gimmick and leave an opening, and they get it in. G2 able to catch Cloud9 with their pants down, and they're on the board.
A lot of mayhem on the way back here. That demolition on the Gimmick was huge. He would have probably been able to challenge this, maybe bump Rizzo. I don't know if G2 would have been positioned the same way. That worked well in their favor. Just quick pacing. Kronovi put it out there, and his 2 teammates just followed suit, burning through, and now only a 1-goal game with 43 seconds.
And they do it. This is not a good start. They get lucky. The post helps them out, and they finish it off. They say, sorry, post. We're going to take that 2-goal lead right back. A kickoff goal for Cloud9.
That pinch, you don't expect it. Kronovi was not aware if that was going to be in. Bounced off the post, and it could not have bounced in a worse position for him. Best position for Gimmick.
38 seconds remaining. G2, they need a goal quickly. And right now, Cloud9 just holding on to the game. JKnaps gets it away from Gimmick, but the pressure is already coming back in from Squishy. JKnaps and Kronovi both up on the wall. Rizzo to get a nice bump onto Gimmick, maybe open up some space, but the ball goes right back out to Torment. He keeps it in the corner. Finally, JKnaps and Kronovi looking to tag team it towards the goal. It'll be Squishy, past one. Torment with the clear in the transition. 15 seconds remaining as Rizzo pops it right back. Kronovi in the cherry pick tried to make contact but couldn't get it, and Squishy clears it out. A nice touch from Torment. Will skip it up the field. Gimmick will send it down, and Squishy puts the nail in the coffin. Cloud9 will finish off G2 and finish at 5-1.
My Cloud9 rant has been silenced, and I couldn't be happier to see it out of these guys, man. Talk about creative plays, counterattacks. They're comfortable on defense, and they can turn it into offense on the flip of a switch.
4 seconds left. The series all but over. Just a formality at this point. Is Squishy, can he put in one more?
Yep.
Nope.
No.
Sure, try
I meant nope. That's what I said.
Cloud9, the victory over G2.